A tragic event occurred in Dallas, resulting in the demise of multiple and a neo-Nazi shooter taken down. But misinformation about the incident is spreading like wildfire, especially on Twitter. Even Elon Musk has tweeted about the incident. Let's dive in. The horrific tragedy. A man accused of slaying 8 people and wounding several others in a mass attack at a suburban Dallas shopping mall researched when it was busiest and posted photos on social media in mid-April of a store near where he ultimately started his attack. The post by Mauricio Garcia on a Russian social networking site suggests the 33-year-old had been planning the attack for weeks before he stepped out of a silver sedan and opened fire. Among the deceased were 2 elementary school-age sisters, a couple and their 3-year-old son, and a security guard. Garcia's online activity also betrayed a fascination with white supremacy and shootings, which he described as a sport. Photos he posted showed large Nazi tattoos on his arm and torso, including a swastika and the SS Lightning Bolt logo of Hitler's paramilitary forces. Other posts indicated Garcia had researched when the Allen Premium Outlets in Allen, one of the Dallas area's most diverse suburbs, would be the busiest. Saturday afternoons, the time he carried out the massacre, which ended when police shot and slayed him. The online activity contributed to an emerging picture of the gunman. He was discharged from the Army in 2008 because of mental health issues and had been working as a security guard, according to neighbors and an Army official. Eric Toller, Director of Training and Research at the international research collective Bellingcat.com, said he identified Garcia's profile on the site OK.ru by researching for active accounts with his birthdate located in the U.S. The AP independently verified the account, which also featured an image of a traffic ticket with Garcia's name and birthdate, as well as paperwork from a motel where he stayed before the shooting. Federal agents investigating what motivated the shooting have also reviewed the online posts, according to a federal law enforcement official who could not discuss details of the investigation publicly and spoke to the AP on condition of anonymity. The official also said Garcia had a patch on his chest when police took him down that read RWDS, an acronym for the phrase Right-Wing Demise Squad, popular among right-wing extremists and white supremacy groups. Investigators have also interviewed family members and associates of Garcia to ask about his ideological beliefs and are examining his financial records and other electronic media. Garcia joined the Army in 2008, but was terminated 3 months later without completing his initial training. U.S. Army spokeswoman Heather J. Hagan said he was kicked out due to mental health issues. Garcia received an uncharacterized discharge, which is common for recruits who don't make it through training for the first 180 days, according to a defense official who also spoke on condition of anonymity to discuss personnel issues. That type of discharge, which is not dishonorable, would not set off red flags or require any reports to law enforcement. On the Dallas block where Garcia lived at a family home until recently, neighbors said they thought he worked as a security guard, but they weren't sure where. A woman who lives next door said she didn't know her neighbors well, but described them as nice and polite. Garcia was always friendly, waving and honking, she said. A law enforcement official said investigators also have searched a Dallas motel where Garcia had been staying ahead of the attack. The shooting was the latest attack to contribute to the unprecedented pace of mass slayings in 2023 in the U.S. Just over a week before this incident, 5 people were fatally shot in Cleveland, Texas, after a neighbor asked a man to stop firing his weapon while a baby slept. Misleading information goes viral. Misleading claims about the neo-Nazi gunman responsible for the shooting at a Dallas area shopping center are reverberating across Twitter, in large part because of Twitter owner Elon Musk. Musk has questioned whether the man identified by authorities as the shooter, Mauricio Garcia, really had an account on a Russian social media platform, and Musk suggested that revelations about the shooter's background could be a psyop or psychological operation in which the public is misled about the real details of the shooting. Garcia proclaimed his white supremacist views on social media and sported Nazi tattoos. Authorities and independent researchers have confirmed his interest in far-right extremism and white supremacism. Texas Department of Public Safety Regional Director Hank Sibley said at a news conference, "We do know he had neo-Nazi ideation. He had patches, he had tattoos." Musk also cast doubt on a Netherlands-based research group known as Bellingcat that released information about Garcia's online history when he tweeted that it specializes in psychological operations. He offered no evidence to support his claim, but the attack led to a barrage of harassment directed at Bellingcat from Musk's online fans. "This is either the weirdest story ever or very bad psyop," Musk wrote in a tweet viewed more than 3 million times. Musk also responded to revelations about the gunman's ideology with posts suggesting he didn't believe them. "Very strange," Musk wrote in one instance. "This gets weirder by the moment," in other. Garcia's online history leaves little doubt that he harbored deeply negative views of Jewish people, people of color, and women, according to an analysis of his posts conducted by the Global Project Against Hate and Extremism, an Alabama-based nonprofit that tracks extremist groups online. Going back 10 years, the posts and diary entries show that Garcia held deep-seated white supremacist and neo-Nazi beliefs, as well as misogynistic and incel views and a proclivity for violence, the organization concluded in its report. Musk has laid off much of the staff at Twitter dedicated to ferreting out misinformation and toxic content, and has since emerged as a source of misinformation himself. A new Twitter feature called Community Notes was created to allow users to add context or fact-check claims themselves. But no community notes were attached to Musk's own tweets about the gunman. Twitter did not answer questions seeking comments about Musk's misleading tweets, and instead responded in its now regular fashion with an automated email containing only the excrement emoji. Musk wasn't the only prominent user spreading false claims about the shooter on Twitter. Republican Marjorie Taylor Greene shrugged off Garcia's self-professed racist views, noting that he was Latino. Only dumb white people would believe that a Mexican gang member is slaying people for white supremacy. Greene's tweet ignores the fact that white supremacist groups have long tried to recruit Latinos. Some such groups have created Spanish-language versions of their websites. And Enrique Tarrio, a Cuban American, is the former leader of the Proud Boys, one of the nation's most influential far-right groups. Fake news on Twitter. Musk has been drawing attention to misinformation about everything from the war in Ukraine to the attack on U.S. Congresswoman Nancy Pelosi's husband. The billionaire boosted a tweet that wrongly suggested doctors misdiagnosed flu cases as COVID-19 casualties. One of the greatest mysteries of COVID-19, where did the flu go in 2020 and 2021? An account called Kanikoa the Great said, to which Musk replied, "Good question." It was one of at least 40 times the billionaire replied to the profile, which had promoted the QAnon conspiracy theory since purchasing Twitter. Musk has also downplayed COVID-19 and promoted spurious claims about vaccines causing blood clots, miscarriages, and heart problems. "We are running out of conspiracies that turned out to be true," the Twitter owner said in March, replying to a tweet that listed COVID-19 and vaccine safety among the biggest media lies. Days later, he tweeted that the best way to fight misinformation is to respond with accurate information. Experts say Musk's activity is concerning, and not just because of his online influence. Musk has almost 135 million Twitter followers and forced his engineers to increase the reach of his tweets, so we should worry when he spreads misinformation. I'm most worried, though, about what these tweets reveal about the judgment of the person who determines the policies of a major social media platform. Brendan Nyhan, a Dartmouth College professor who studies misperceptions in politics, told AFP. Under Musk, Twitter laid off thousands of employees and made changes to its content moderation that its critics said undercut the effort. Then later on, the company announced it would no longer enforce its policy against COVID-19 misinformation. Musk also reinstated many formerly banned users, including several who had spread misleading claims about climate change. Instances of hate speech and attacks on LGBTQ people soared. Musk's new verification system could be part of the problem. Previously, the blue check marks were held by people in the public eye, such as journalists, government officials, or celebrities. Now, anyone willing to pay $8 a month can seek a checkmark. Posts and replies from verified accounts are given an automatic boost on the platform, making them more visible than content from users who don't pay. Verification systems are typically created to assure users that the accounts they follow are legitimate. Twitter's new system, however, makes no distinction between authoritative sources on topics and anyone with $8 and an opinion. That's all for today, folks. We'll see you next time.